This is Agent Tori Ward with Captain Shreve Investigative Services. We've just been dispatched to Natchitoches, Louisiana for cyber forensics training. This is our first entry in the video record of cyber forensics training. The rest of the team is moving into their accommodations and getting settled before orientation. We will be updating this record frequently throughout the rest of the week.
This is Agent Irvin Carmack reporting. It is day 1 of cyber forensic training. Today the team went through orientation. It was led by Department of Criminal Justice Head Joe Morris. We were given an overview of the techniques we will be learning this week as well as a tour of the campus. I don't expect there to be any trouble this week. The team is eager and willing to learn.
This is Agent Lauren Norton with CSIS. Today we learned about the 4th and 5th Amendment and how it protects your privacy. Matt with Preston, Ohio talks about how if the law enforcement gets evidence without a warrant, the evidence cannot be used in court. Also, we were taught crime scene procedures, how to handle evidence, and chain of custody. We're about to go to lunch and have more to do this afternoon.
This is Agent Kai Thomas with CSIS. Today we learned about the ins and outs of steganography and cryptography. First in our training, we learned about steganography, its history, its methods, and its applications. So far, it's proven to be quite a challenge because it's very difficult to detect and stop. We also learned that cryptography is mainly used to pass secrets between parties through encryption. So far, this has proven to be slightly less of a challenge, but it's still fairly difficult to stop. And it's been a really long day here in the classes, and I think the entire team is ready for some much needed R&R at the pools tonight.
Okay, so we actually just went to the pool party, and it was
Hey,
really...
Miller, is the shower open?
Yeah, go ahead. It was really kind of fun. We got to interact with other people from other agencies, and right now I'm thinking training might be pretty okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we just got a priority message from Director Mitchell.
Ward, get in here.
It's 4:42. It's so early. I need coffee.
Yeah, so we should probably see what he has to say. It may be important.
Agents, I'm sorry to interrupt your training, but local authorities have requested your assistance. Mary Q. Contreras, a yammography major at Northwestern State University, has been receiving harassing emails for some time. She had largely been ignoring them until they turned threatening last week. 2 days ago, she received a text message while driving that she found most unsettling. We need you to employ some of the cyber forensic skills that you've been learning to investigate the source of these electronic messages. Mary's ex-boyfriend, Joe Wilson, may be a person of interest in this case. See what you can find out about him. The two broke off their relationship when she discovered that he had been less than faithful to her. We have further intelligence that Mr. Wilson made a recent copy of an unidentified key. We have also received reports that the victim may have been briefly involved with Mr. Wilson's roommate, though the extent of this involvement is unknown. I'm forwarding you all the pertinent details. Good luck. Out.
Okay, so now on top of all this training, we have a case to solve.
Great.
Now I really need some coffee.
Okay, so we spent most of the day finding GPS locations where the victim received the harassing messages. The coordinates were sent to us by Director Mitchell this morning.
We had to walk around while using this GPS device to locate precise latitude and longitude coordinates, find locations, and it was very hot. Some coordinates consisted of a parking lot, an area near the dining hall. Where were the other locations called?
Well, there was the one at the tennis courts.
Yeah.
And also the one on the road near University Columns.
Yes.
In the end, we found them all, and we're one step closer to solving this case.
So, this afternoon we've been doing some more work on the case that Director Mitchell sent us. The team was directed to an informant. Agent Thomas and I used some social engineering techniques that we've learned in training and we were able to get some information from her about the victim's boyfriend, Mr. Wilson, and his roommate, John Smith. We were also able to obtain the IP address of the computer that the messages were sent from. We used a website and found that the computer is located on NSU's campus. So we took the IP address to information systems on campus, and they were able to give us the room number that the computer was in. That's about all we have for right now. We have a training class in a little bit, though.
Okay, so today we had to watch Untraceable, and it was a pretty good movie. It was about this guy who was a demented killer and tracing his IP address so the FBI could try to put a stop to him. And I enjoyed it. I think the entire team enjoyed it, but as far as it being that beneficial to our own case, I can't really see it helping out that much, but I mean, it gave an interesting insight to the minds of the FBI and special agents that have to deal with these type of cases on a daily basis. So I think in all it was a good deal.
This morning, we finally got to analyze the crime scene. It was over in Kaiser Hall on the 3rd floor. All the team found was a Diet Coke can in the trash can. We lifted a couple of prints off the can and also got some DNA samples. We're sending the DNA off to be analyzed. Now all we can do is sit and wait for the results.
Today, the team had another steganography lesson. We also had a session with a cyber forensics equipment expert. We got to learn about and handle some very expensive high-tech equipment used for investigations. At the end of the day, we got to learn how to process the DNA samples that were retrieved at the crime scene. The team actually got to use the pipettes to insert the samples into the gel molds for the electrophoresis. And we're all very anxious to discover the DNA results.
Oh my gosh, okay, so we just got the lab results back from the fingerprinting and the DNA test, and there's a fingerprint, and there's DNA, and they match, and they're the same person, but then there's another fingerprint on the Coke can, and it doesn't match, and it's not the same person, but we just have so much to do, and we have to draw an entire thing, and make a conclusion, and everything, and I just have to go. Oh, gosh, sorry.
So we're trying to put the finishing touches on this case, but we had another training session this morning. It was on internet security, and they explained the whole cell phone tracking process to us. It's amazing and easily to do, actually. Kind of scary. But yeah, I should get back to the team.
Okay, so it's been a really long day here. As you can see, everybody is asleep. But we're really, really glad that we got the case solved, and we have all our papers ready, and we have so much planned for tomorrow, so we better get some sleep. Agents out.